my followers, and I want to welcome you to this health talk that I'm going to take you through. So, I want us to talk about the menstrual hygiene, because menstrual is a process which every girl undergoes, and it shows that a girl has grown up, and it also signifies that the girl is fertile and it can bear. So menstruation is just that shedding of the blood every month per vagina. I think that's a simple definition of that we can make it maybe to those teenage girls who are not used to these medical terms. So that is what we call menstruation. And menstruation is very, very crucial and very, very important. And we believe that it is normal to every girl who undergoes that process. It is very normal. So if you are a girl, if you are a lady, if you are a girl child who is maybe a teenage, the first time you are encountering that menstruation, you are not supposed to worry, but you need to celebrate because it is normal, 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 normal. So we celebrate our menstruation day on 28th May. Uh, the reason why we come up with this 28th May, because menstruation it is a cycle that comes after every 24 to 32 days. 24 to 32 days. So majorly we take 32 plus 24, we get the average of which it is 28 days. And this happens in a period of like, we go into menses for a period of like 5 days. That's why they decided to come up with the 28th of May. That's the day that we celebrate menstruation as the healthy sector. So when a girl or a teenage wants to undergo that menses, we have some changes that do happens to their bodies, and we have headache, we have backache, we have the tenderness of the breast. Someone get tiredness. We have the swing or the change of the emotions, the feelings, the emotions. You may find some people, they don't want to engage with others. They want to sit alone. They want to move alone because of that. So it is normal, depending on how uh, the hormones of the body will react towards that. So we want to talk about the hygiene of this. And before we talk about hygiene, we need to understand this. We need also to understand the basics about this menstruation before we go and to look about that hygiene. So for the first time, maybe a girl, she may be a child for a certain period of time, and then gradually or immediately you find the blood on your innerwear. So you don't need to worry. And this is particularly, I know it will be benefiting the students or the pupils who are at the school. So immediately once you see a menstruation or you see the blood on your inner hair, the first time, you need to talk or to be open and talk to the matron, if it is in the school, to talk to teachers or the elder person who is closer to you. You talk to him and he see how he can help you, maybe to find part, and also to help you with uh, dealing with the emotions, because we know some may have that fear, some may feel that they are not worthy, because we have the mistrust and misconceptions of menstruation and the taboos, depending on the communities you came from, and also depending on those people who are closer to you. So the first thing you experience that, you need to talk to the teacher, you need to talk to the parent, you need to talk to the matron or the elder sisters who are closer to you. And that shows that now you can be able to get pregnant if you engage in the unprotected sex. That one, you need to understand that. So during menstruation, during menstruation, uh, you have to wear a sanitary towel. And to have these sanitary towels, which we purchase from the shops, like this one that is being displayed up here. That is the sanitary towels that we purchase from the shop, which it is very good and very recommendable. And we have some who uses just the pieces of the clothes, because we have some communities, they trust and they believe that when you use this centered parts like the one I've shown you here, that it may bring some complications for a certain period of time. Maybe one may not be able to conceive for the other, depending on the. But I want to tell you, as the health practitioners, we know that this one is very good, and it is easier, and it cannot spread that infection, because you will not have to wash it today, because we have some people, they have the problem maybe on washing, on cleaning, on drying. Maybe you have some regions which you may find it very hard for a piece of cloth to get dried up. So, and the only way that we use maybe to dry that is using putting it on a hot sun, or you iron it with the electric iron, which is good, and it kills that germs. Maybe you will not get that infection when you use. So I'm saying that first time you see that blood, you need to buy a sanitary towel, and this sanitary towel, we change it after every 4 to 6 hours, depending on how heavy, how lazy your menses are, because when you have the heavy menses, we know it may be get soaked before that time, so you need to change. But for the normal menses, we change it after every 4 to 6 hours. That is the correct time for you to change that part. Then after changing that part after every 4 to, you need also to clean, because you cannot just remove this one and you put the other one. You have to clean. And if you are cleaning, you clean it using the clean water. You use the clean water to clean. And when you clean from up to down, not down to up, because when you clean down to up, you'll be bringing that maybe the feces or the germs that are down there into the vagina. So you need to clean from up to down to prevent maybe that contamination of the germs that may enter into the vagina. Number two, when you are cleaning, avoid donching. We know so many girls, they involve in donching, putting fingers inside the vagina, or the cloth inside the vagina. They want to clean inside there. One thing that you need to understand, that God is a God who is a miracle work God. I don't know how he came up with a science to make the vagina to clean itself, because the vagina cleans itself. Whenever it feels that something is not good or what, it cleans itself. You don't have to go inside there with your fingers, don't you? And I know that most of you girls, you do that, don't you? You need to stop that. The vagina has the normal floras, which cleans itself inside there. When you go inside that, you will interfere with that, because it's an antibody that cleans up inside. When you go inside there, you interfere with it, and maybe it will not be able to work. So those normal flora, they act as the soldiers. Whenever they see the germs, they remove it outside immediately, so it cannot find that opportunity of infecting the vagina. So you have done only to clean the outside. Maybe if you extend to the vulva, it is enough. So you clean up to the vulva, but inside the vagina, stop that donge. Then the next thing that you need to understand is that do not maybe put 2 or 3 sanitary towels. For what? We know the menses are very small, very, very small. It can't go beyond that. And if you see that your part is soaked first, and then you have to change and put other one. You don't know, just have to sit on that period. And we have some who maybe experience less menses. So don't assume and say that because it's late, it is less soaked, so you want to take it a full day, that from morning you will change at evening, maybe you want to go to sleep. No, kindly let us move within that period of 4 to 6 hours every day during that period of menses, so as to improve on sanitation. Then the next thing you need to understand, you need to understand this, that during menstruation it is good also to improve on your hygiene, personal hygiene, to take a shower like every day, morning and evening. Just have like two, or if you have enough time or manage yourself, maybe you can also during the midday or that time that you find. But morning and evening, let it be a must when you are in menses as a girl. Then, still talking on menstrual hygiene, you need to understand this, that these sanitary towels, after removing it, it can uh, transmit what we call hepatitis, or the diseases that are spread through the contact of the body fluids. Remember, this part is having the blood and the fresh blood from a person. So if you are infected and someone come in contact with that blood, remember there will be transmission of that disease or infection of that disease to another person. So once you remove a part, if it is that can be reusable, maybe you have to wash it, dry it and use it, just wash it immediately. Don't export it, because that germs will multiply and it will be difficult for you to control that. So wash it immediately after you remove. Then if they are this always like the one I've shown you, which we buy from the shop, then what you need to do, you need you need to, after removing it, you put it into the Appleton pack, you tie it very well, then you set it aside, maybe for burning, or you draw it direct into a pit latrine, but avoid putting in these toilets which uses the flushes, because it will block that flush and you'll find it, there will be the blockage and there will be turn back, of which it will risk for more infections. And also avoid throwing it like this one that I displayed here. Avoid that. Just put it in latrine, or in pit latrine, or you burn it, and that will be good. And remember, we have those people who maybe have the short menses or light menses, then those one with the strong menses. I think you need to understand yourself to see which one you are best of. And remember, when you experience the menses more than 7 days, you need to see a gynecologist so that he may give you the way out. And we have some people which is less than that, or it is irregular, or it maybe it passes through like 2 to 3 months before you receive it. You need also to see the gynecologist to see the reason behind that. Then maybe on addition of that, uh, one thing that may make you not to receive the menses, but it maybe you are normal or what. Number one, if you are pregnant, will not be able to receive menses. So pregnant people or women are not able to receive menses. Number two, we have the lactating mothers, those who are breastfeeding. breastfeeding mothers. The breastfeeding mothers also, they may not experience that menses, because I think continued breastfeeding, it is one of the family planning method. We call it lactaria amenorrhea method, LAM. So they will not be able to receive that menses. It is normal. Then we have the we have the what? Number three, those in menopause. And remember, menopause, uh, it started early 40s to the maybe late 50s or 52 and more. So within that period of early 40s to 52 years, someone may be in menopause and will not be able to receive that menses. Also, when you have not been able to reach puberty or adolescent, the young girls, they not be able to receive, and that is normal. Remember, in addition to that, for good menstrual hygiene, number one, you need to buy your sanitary towels, you be with it, because this, when you start to menstruation, it is a continuous process that will come throughout in your life, unless you are pregnant, you are breastfeeding, or you have reached menopause. But if not that, then you will be receiving. So it is good for you to buy that sanitary towels you have with it, so that you are able, whenever you see it starts, then you wear, to reduce that stress. Maybe you don't have that. Then next, I want to call upon the men in the house, the men in the room, that also you support the women's, the girls, to make sure that they have enough sanitary towels, also to understand them, because during that time of menses, their mood swings. So let's not judge them because they have changed their mood, they are behaving in a certain way that maybe it is not understandable, and it will be good. But remember, we have the myths and misconceptions of the women who are in menstruation. Number one, we have those people who say that when a woman is menstruating, that he cannot go in the church and pray to God. That's wrong. Why? It's God who created them, and it's God who made that. It is a biological process, and they must pass through that. So let them go in the church, let them also pray, let them also worship God. But don't deny them the opportunity to go to church to pray because they are in menstruation. We have some who say that once a woman is in menstruation, is not supposed to cook for people. I think that's because of maybe hygiene. But to have those who are good hygiene, they can just go, they can just cook. What's the problem? We have some who say that when a woman is in menstruation, he is not supposed to maybe to sit with the other people. Why? If a woman has put on a sanitary towels and is good, why don't you just give them that freedom of engaging with others? We have some who say that when you are menstruating, you don't have to go to school. You need to remain home or what? Those are the myths and the misconception. I don't think if that one can avoid us to engage in others. So remember, menstruation is a normal thing, and it shows that you are fertile and able to conceive, and it shows that as a girl you have moved to another step. Now you are mature, so you need to receive it, you need to accept it, and let us improve on hygiene. Once you are in menstruation, remember to clean your hands after every change part, or you are touching it to observe or to confirm anything. Remember to wash your hands before and after every now and then, to prevent contamination and spread of anti-infections, and it will be good. So maybe you have another mistrust and misconceptions depending on your culture, in your community. You can share with us and tell us about it, and we'll appreciate more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a blessed day. Thank you.